The house was so rickety you could hear anybody move in this house. I was the only one in that house when I went to bed that night. And I hear something come up the stairs. All of a sudden I heard was this big bang on the door. It scared the piss out of me.
It's a poltergeist. The door closes to the shop, he leaves, and about 2 seconds later, and I'm right here and then it goes. It locked the door.
I don't think I've told anybody. Don't know what woke me up. And I raised my head up just enough to see over my sister's head, and there was literally a figure standing in our room. It was in a cloak, it was tall, and then as it turned its head, I could see in the cloak there was no face.
It was like 2:30 in the morning. I remember I was watching The Dark Knight, Batman. She was dead asleep. I sensed the energy in the room change. The lady with the gown, a long gown, black hair falling, and it walked up to the thing. Remember, this is not me seeing it, it's just what I felt. I literally said, what the fuck? 2 minutes pass, she wakes up and she looks right at it. She's like, oh, she's here.
The Ruffled Feathers podcast.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Ruffled Feathers podcast, episode 22. Yes. Thank you. Yes. It's the Halloween episode. If you don't know, 2003. Let's see. I'm gonna go back real quick because this is a big year for me. 2003. We went to South Padre Island, spring break. Every car on the strip was jamming this album, and that was 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Get Rich or Die Trying, and that's who I am today.
Yeah. And we still mess with 50.
Yeah. And then we got we got our I think this is the Batman.
Tom, it's been a tough year, but crime still never stops. So, you know.
But he looks good. The true seeker, Bruce Wayne Pablo.
Yeah. What's up, everyone?
We are having our guests today, the interracials as they self-proclaimed.
Yes, indeed.
Welcome, guys.
Nidra and Mike.
Hi.
Hey, y'all.
Nice
Thanks for
you.
joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Being that this is the Halloween episode and we have all kinds of conspiracies, but to me it's not a conspiracy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's plenty of documentation, whether it be federal, governmental, photos, just actual stories from people, stuff that I've seen personally. I don't know if anybody has their own personal alien stories, but there's just too much to call it conspiracy at this point.
Yeah.
Well, my wife turned into an alien on her bench press the other day.
What?
But other than
That
that,
was not
I do have a story from college, but yeah,
Tell
as
you
far
a
as
story.
true extraterrestrial, not just yet, but I know that's on the horizon.
Uh-huh.
So
your college story, is that a scary story?
when I was in
Wait.
college.
Hold on, Mike. Is it a scary story?
Yes,
or is
this
it
is a
alien?
haunted house story,
All right,
dude.
well, because we'll
Say
get to the
that.
scary
If you
stuff.
want
Oh, you
that.
want to start with the scary stuff?
Or do you want an alien story? What do you want?
Well, I think
Let's talk alien first.
we can go either way because I think
Yeah,
they're
it's
actually kind of
Connected.
Connected.
It's paranormal,
exactly.
right? So
Well, not only that, I think if you ask the question, what is an alien versus what is a ghost or what is a demon, you're almost in certain circles kind of circling back to the
close
same.
cousins.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you on that. And
So-
and this what happened to me, was just very creepy and just, straight out of any scary story you've ever heard, right? Okay. So it was, I'm trying to remember the year. I'm going to say it was 1980 because I was always on the verge of flunking out every spring, so I had to stay and do summer school. And so I was just going to stay at the fraternity house. So, we didn't have much money to get a house. So we got this beat up house basically in a cemetery in between two churches, right? It was like a house on Elm Street, like, church, cemetery, house, just right.
Yeah,
I mean, just typical.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody else.
But it
The
was all
perfect-
beat up.
the perfect mix.
It was really rough and grungy. But anyway, I stayed there. I had a bedroom. It was all good. Had a door. We had a kitchen. So a couple things happened. One time, we were making pasta in this place. The kitchen was upstairs, and we had the food on the back burner. And for some reason, we heard this big bang. Food was on the floor, right? And that was kind of benign. We were like, well, okay, that could have happened for any reason. We just kind of wrote that off. A couple weeks later, I was there, and I actually was there with a girlfriend, and we were in bed sleeping, And the house was so rickety you could hear anybody move in this house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was the only one in that house when I went to bed that night. Nobody else was in the house. Everything was locked.
Shit.
And I hear something come up the stairs, and I'm like, okay, hopefully that's somebody I know. Never heard a word. Never heard a word. And then all of a sudden I heard was this big bang on the door, like I'm surprised the door didn't come down. And at that point,
shit.
I had a sheath knife. I was a Boy Scout back in the day, and I had that knife, and I was clutching that thing, man, because I thought for sure I was gonna have to rip something up and go crazy on something. And to this day, and then I never heard anything, right? And that was it. So I didn't hear. I was listening, like, okay, there's gonna be another creak. You know, this house is so creaky. Whatever that was, it's gonna move again, and I'm gonna hear it.
It had mass.
And it was dead silent. And I was just, it scared the piss out of me.
So was it a bang on the door, or was it a slam the door?
It was, I don't know, it was a
One
loud
single bang
on the door, sounded like on the door. And I'm like, okay, I kept waiting for somebody to say something, do something. I wasn't going to open the door, right?
Yeah, no.
Right.
So I've seen
You're
too many
almost
movies.
paralyzed.
I'm almost paralyzed. I'm just holding this knife, and I'm like, okay, at least I got something. You know, I was waiting for the next step, and it never happened.
Yeah.
And then at some point, you know, hours later, I went to sleep for a little bit, and then, you know, and I had the other person there to witness this, and we were just like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that shit lingered. Ooh, that's a good one.
That's old
Yeah.
houses too, man.
Yeah.
All the
It was
all
weird.
the history
So-
in these places, and then
Since
you're by a
then, it's been
cemetery.
Come on.
Yeah. No.
Have y'all heard the things with about the Teslas? Because you know the Tesla has a monitoring system for the self-driving, so it can
Have y'all seen
see
that?
when people are walking around. It can see when cars are coming around.
Right.
So there's people and friends of mine who drive them. Who when you turn on the car, let's say you're outside in the parking lot. When you turn on the car, if somebody's walking, it shows on the screen there's a person walking by you, so you know you don't pull off into them. So there's a lot of people that go through cemeteries, and they know nobody's there, but you can see
people walking.
people on the screen walking.
Let's see if we can get a video. They have videos of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right, Bruce Wayne's in full effect.
You're in go to video. There you go.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy because it sends out. It's got like a
Right.
360 camera view, but it also has like a
Is it like a
sonar kind of or waves.
We see that Waymo by the house. Sometimes it's driverless.
See, look, there are no people in the
Yep.
cemetery.
Yep, there's
And-
somebody.
See how they just pop up?
Yep. Oh wow, that's crazy.
What?
Well, I do believe there are ghosts and spirits out there.
Is there no sound?
There's something
That's
out
fine.
Oh
there,
yeah.
But yeah, like that's
which is why
electronics getting into the paranormal.
Yeah, I've seen videos like that on Instagram where somebody you see the shadowy figure go down the street and it turns into an animal, and then it runs, and then it goes a certain, and then it comes back and it transforms back into a human.
Yeah, I've
Stuff
seen
like that.
those,
And I'm like, I know I'm stupid, and sometimes this is AI. You know, I haven't gotten the down on it. Like I sent you some stuff, and I'm like, oh, that was dumb. That was AI.
Yeah, because I look at it and I'm
Well,
like,
that's how
like,
good
okay,
it
baby.
is, though.
so
It
gullible.
says on here AI.
I'm so gullible. I'm like, oh, cool, that really happened. Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah, but
Yeah, like,
that is
but-
a fear that we're not going to be able to believe anything
fake.
anymore. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any scary stories or anything supernatural?
Well, I
or-
am actually. I'm not a scary person. I don't like to be scared.
You
I
can
don't
get
like
scary.
haunted houses. I don't.
Just every once in a while.
You know what? Don't start now.
Don't, you know, cut me or beat me.
Oh,
He's already cut me twice.
That doesn't count. Stop.
It did the time it was bleeding though. I had to get
You
bandages
let
over
me
it.
tell my story.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. This is what happened.
Thank you, Mike.
So I do actually have a creepy story. I don't think I've told anybody
Good.
this because it was one of those, it's kind of like, this didn't really happen, but I know it really happened because it was so long ago. I would have been in maybe second, third grade, and I'm one of 6 kids. I have 2 older sisters, and of course, back in the 80s, you know, the girl shared the room, the boy had the room, parents.
Mhm.
And I remember one night, it actually happened twice, but in one of our houses, we had 3 beds. We had a set of bunk beds against one wall and then one single bed. So, and they just kind of faced each other. And even though I was supposed to be in the top bunk, I rarely slept in the top bunk because I slept with my sisters. So I remember one night laying in the bed, I was sleeping with my sister and don't know what woke me up, but I was laying there against the wall. So she was on the outside. And I was facing towards the other bed. And I just felt like there was something going on. It was weird. And I raised my head up just enough to see over my sister's head. And there was literally a figure standing in our room. It was in a cloak. It was tall. It was facing my other sister at the time. And then as it turned its head, I could see in the cloak, there was no face. And I was not asleep.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I was absolutely awake. So I just laid down real quick and I just closed my eyes and I just laid real still. But I didn't fall back asleep that night. That's how I know I wasn't asleep. I was wide awake.
Those are the worst.
But that happened twice, actually, at that house.
It was haunted, yeah.
And then I saw at a different house, which makes me think whatever it was following us because it was the same situation. Woke up at night,
that's scary.
opened my eyes, and there was a figure in the room. Wasn't doing anything, just standing there, just kind of over us. And again, it was like, that kind of thing.
That's one of them
like
aliens.
that.
Yeah. You probably saw an alien.
Yeah, darker. Yeah, I literally.
Could that be an alien?
And it was just standing there between
Could
the
be, right?
beds. And we were just, like I said, my two sisters didn't wake up and I didn't make a sound. I just, held my breath and closed my eyes and just laid there for the rest of the night. But it happened. I remember that twice. That was 2 times.
No, that's pretty serious.
Yeah. But I haven't seen it since.
We don't do Halloween.
No.
We get enough of it. We get enough in real life.
Yeah, honestly. There's
but I don't
be
like to be
something
scared.
behind
Like
it.
I won't
in our
go to. They
neighborhood,
tried
yeah.
to get me to go to haunted houses.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
We got
because I
zombies in
punch
our
the people.
neighborhood. We don't need to go to a Halloween
Yeah,
party.
right.
We live in Edo.
Found some right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely got zombies.
They're at the bus stops. Let
Yeah.
me tell you, there's a
Skin
whole lot
eaters.
of.
But the buses in
Thrillers.
Portugal are amazing. Like first class on an airplane.
Can't wait,
I'm telling
dude.
you,
He's already
Mercedes.
checked out.
It's been an amazing.
Dude, I'm going to be on the beach just kicking it, man.
Dude, that's
You're already there, man.
Looking
Yeah.
for Roman
Yeah.
ruins,
You
and
dress for it.
and signs of aliens, right? I mean,
Yeah,
those are my two
right,
things:
right,
Roman
that's
ruins
it.
and aliens. I'll be able to
and the
focus on this full
dinosaur,
time,
the
right?
dinosaur footprints. There are dinosaur.
See, when I had a
footprints.
job, I couldn't focus on this stuff. Now I can get my eyes really open. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And really understand it. So that's
For
the
sure.
beautiful thing about being retired.
Well, that's how they want it. They
Now
want
we
to
can
keep us
understand the damn
distracted,
universe.
man.
Well, I'm not retired, but I already feel like
Well,
Yeah.
that part.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But I can like really dedicate some time to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to be
Social
distracted.
media.
Yeah, you don't have any
Yeah,
Like I can watch
responsibilities
Ancient
or-
Aliens all day,
Oh.
every day. I can watch those episodes over and over again until I get all that content. Because
Yeah.
repetition is the key to learning.
Yes.
I watch them all 10 times until I get every detail right.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
So I'm still amazed about the Sphinx, and the thing was made out of one piece of granite, and it's 60 feet tall, and we're not even sure what the original head was.
Yep.
But we think it's what's his name, that dog.
Mm-hmm.
That thing
God.
is
Oh,
so trippy.
The long nose.
Yes.
The long nose.
Yes.
That's what they think.
I've
it was
tattooed
initially.
it so many times. I
Yeah,
just-
I
Oh.
can't
the
remember his
the name
name.
has left me right now.
But
Isn't
yeah,
that crazy,
they think that was the
though? I'm
original.
so-
Anubis.
Yes.
Anubis.
Yeah.
Anubis, yes.
Wait, what?
Anubis.
So they think the original Sphinx head was not that because the
Anubis's
head
face.
doesn't fit the body,
Right.
the measurements. And they think it was initially a dog
Huh.
Right.
lying in repose.
Anubis.
Yep.
To
Which makes
protect.
sense.
And
Well, I
then
mean,
they
it would
re-
totally
was like
make
the-
And at
sense.
some point, they redid it.
The underworld. He was like the
God of the underworld.
Yeah, God of the underworld.
There he is.
Oh, right there, yeah.
So look at that
There it is.
pose. That's what
It
they
makes
project.
sense with the body.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at the body.
Yeah.
Because that's a dog's paws, right? He's getting ready,
Yeah.
ready to pounce or
That's
whatever.
how they
and he's
say
like-
it, yeah.
It's not like these other animals, right?
Ah.
So
And we know so little of
About what
the
it's
world's
about.
behind us
Yeah.
or what happened before us.
what's amazing is what's beneath all these things
Mhm.
and what else is in that desert. All this stuff that we
Even
haven't
Easter
even
Island.
uncovered. Yes.
Like all the big heads, there's the full
Yes.
bodies
Easter
are
Island
Yeah.
is crazy.
Right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just discovered that. You know?
Yeah.
They thought they were trying to figure out how they moved them there, and they thought like 5 different ways of how it could have happened.
and then none
First
of
turns
this-
out they were
since we're
freaking there.
I don't
Dude.
even care how they moved
Yeah.
him. How did they make
How'd they
them?
make them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Who
did
had the
who
laser?
made
Who?
them?
And
Who had the
how?
laser?
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
You didn't have a hoe.
Well, like remember I was showing you the temples in Indonesia and all that?
Yes.
They're like carved in like
Yes.
a hole. They're like a rock,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
they're carved
And
inward.
they think they were carved in just
Yeah.
one whole piece. Just
Well,
it's wild. Those
see if
temples
they're
are
like
amazing. Yeah,
some of them are like almost not subterranean, but they're like out of the mountain.
and it's one whole piece.
That's
of
what
the
gets
rock.
me so trippy when they carve something literally out of the mountain.
Yeah.
That we saw one town, the whole town was carved out of a mountain. I'm like, there's no fucking way this was done without aliens.
I know.
There's no way.
There's no way.
We
can't do it
replicate-
now.
Even
There's
when
no
we
way.
try, it's like
We don't have the
seriously, y'all.
technology now.
We
We
can't.
don't have it now.
Look at that.
the
That
one-
one right
the one
there.
that has
Yeah,
the
that
split.
one's amazing with the
Like,
split.
go up right there,
yeah.
that one. Look
That
at that
one's
precision
crazy.
of straight line.
Yes,
dude.
the symmetry.
Was that a portal? Is that a
So,
landing
we saw
strip?
some things on that too about the portal, dude. And man, this is
Oh,
man, it is
caves.
so
Which
trippy.
portal? Which portal?
Oh, there's it's so
All
many,
of
dude.
them, but
Well, the
they're-
one story I
Scary.
told you, one of the trippiest stories I know, is that guy who was in Lake Michigan and he went off in the snow. He was in snowshoes
yeah.
and he went on a walk, like an exercise thing, and then he disappeared right in Lake Michigan. And this was like in the 30s, maybe 1930s.
Yeah. It was
We can
weird.
look it up. But he disappeared, and it's called the Michigan Triangle. We can Google that.
Yeah, kind of
Okay.
like the Bermuda Triangle.
So he
There's a
goes into
Michigan
this
Triangle.
Michigan Triangle and disappears. They thought he's dead. They had his funeral. Well, like a year and a half later, he shows up in New England.
like
and another,
miles
and there's
away,
another,
a different town.
there's another like portal area there where they have a triangle
And he has
of
no
a mysterious
idea.
triangle, like a Bermuda Triangle. It's a
Is
New
that
England
There
triangle.
goes that him,
That's
Stephen
him.
K.
Stephen
Yes.
K. Yeah.
Or Steve K.
Oh,
Sorry.
dang.
Steve K.
That
It
is one of the craziest
Oh
stories.
man,
And
he
that's
messes
It
that
done
up.
morphed him. Beware of portals.
portals go
I'm
real
not
thing.
saying everything was okay
Yes.
from the start.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Stephen.
But how crazy is that?
No, it's nuts, dude. Because I mean,
Well, there's some in Alaska too. Like
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
planes
There's
go
definitely-
missing.
Well, that's what I was telling. It's like even
Like that
growing up,
Malaysia.
we always heard about the Bermuda
Mhm.
Triangle, but the way they talk about it is like it's kind of this fantastic, made up, supernatural, joke thing. So people just discount it, but this
Yep.
really happened.
Right.
People really,
But that's
planes
intentional.
Really,
no,
The
so
and,
discount.
yeah,
make
and the
you
ships too. Not only
ridicule
planes, but
it. Yeah,
ships. Like,
planes,
yeah.
people, they ridicule it, and it makes
Yeah.
it seem like you're crazy if you even believe it. Because
Mhm.
my best friends know me since we were 14, and she can tell you, I believe in aliens. Like the X-Files, when that came out, every Sunday,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
call me, 8 to 9 o'clock. Me and Mulder were on.
That's on my
Scully
list.
Yeah.
was
I'm
on
gonna start them all over because
Yes,
there's some good stuff on
everything.
there.
And now when you look back at it, it's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh,
They were talking.
it
some
was
truth.
real. There was real stuff they
Mhm.
were covering in there. We didn't
Yeah.
realize it. And so, like, I don't think that there's anything wrong with saying yes.
Right.
We are definitely not the only life out
Okay,
there.
so
We're
question.
definitely not the most intelligent life out
Mhm.
there.
My question is, why do they hide him from us so much?
Because we are stupid. What would we do? Look at where we are now.
Well, but if we know from the
if you're
beginning,
different, what are they going to do? They're going to lock you up. They're going to poke you, prod you. They're going to. I'm going to cut you.
Sorry.
You know that's on the mic, right?
That's not.
You wearing a mic on your. You don't think they
there's
heard
2
that?
mics, there's 4 mics, 5 mics.
Y'all can cut that out. I'm going to beat him up. Anyway, as I was saying, I can't stand him. This is why we can't have an argument because he does something.
makes you
And
laugh.
then he does this, and then I'm like, I can't stand you. Go away from me.
Your damn charm.
Yes.
You and your charm.
Oh,
Yeah,
it makes
yeah.
me sick.
It's hell, isn't it?
Okay,
He goes off.
where were we at? We
So,
were in a
but-
good.
So anyway,
Yeah.
the scary
Can I
stuff.
say one other thing?
Yes.
I apologize in advance if I'm a little gassy. I had
What? Why would you say
I
that?
had some Marios before we got
That's
here.
a shorty.
So Marios, I highly recommend.
No smell-o-vision.
I
So.
highly
Yeah.
recommend.
You're
He does
apologizing
his-
to
he
us.
does-
Yeah.
He does his kefir, so it doesn't smell. I will.
My guess does
I
not
made
stink
sure.
because of my kefir. Thank you.
He drinks his
Keeps me
kefir. That
clean.
works. Trust me.
No,
Y'all-
it eats all the
y'all
bad
don't drink
bacteria,
kefir,
dude, in your
drink some
stomach.
kefir.
Your gut health is a thing.
Half a cup
Yeah.
a day.
It's hard to find, but yeah, I've
Uh,
heard about
It's
it.
at the
H-E-B,
GK. Get a Kroger.
Aldi,
Okay.
GK,
Oddly enough.
Kroger.
Okay, well, thanks for
Oddly
the
enough.
warning. We really
Yes.
appreciate
And
It's
it.
they
a
got
milk-
almond milk if you need it.
It's
Yeah.
We just get the liquid one, just like it's like
For people who don't know what kefir is.
kefir.
It's
Okay.
A,
So it's just basically the culture.
the
I
milk
don't know,
cultures,
like-
right?
yeah,
Before it
but it's
becomes-
Dude,
all
my
the
gas
good-
never stinks, and I
It's
eat a
all
lot
the
of
good
eggs and
stuff that
broccoli.
eats all the bad bacteria in your digestive
If anybody's
system.
gas is going to stink, it should be mine,
Yeah, that's true.
right? So this stuff really works.
It
Yeah.
does. I took him underhand. It
Okay,
does.
we're gonna take a
It's
note of
ancient.
that.
But yeah, kefir is one of those. It's an ancient thing. It's
Mhm.
from
Yeah.
ancient
Egyptians.
times.
Mhm.
They had it, and instead of
Aliens
yogurt,
brought it here. That's how we
and,
found out about it.
Right? Yeah, stop
What? It's
it.
true.
Hush.
Right.
I'm talking.
Got nice lips. You know, you
I mean,
did.
that's it's good though because that's part of the
This is
show.
why he does
Right,
me.
right.
Oh, I can't stand in here.
No. It's cool. It's cool. It's part of the
Okay.
show.
It's part of the show,
yeah,
bro.
okay.
You got to be yourself.
Yeah,
Shit.
we're good. We're
I'm
good.
so sorry.
Sorry, shit.
But no. Seriously, a part of the show, on top of the aliens discussions, and when we get to politics, when we get into we get into
just talk about
pharmaceuticals, we get
everything.
into
Yeah,
health.
so definitely the kefir.
So-
I recommend that to anybody. The Activia yogurts, they have those little shots you can do.
Mhm.
But we just started buying just a kefir in a bottle. So just like you can get a thing of orange juice, you can get a thing of kefir.
Do y'all just shoot
Just- I
straight?
just- About half a
straight
cup.
shoot?
I just it
I put my
tastes-
creatine on top of my kefir.
He does his creatine.
Okay.
I usually
And
make
I'm
mine.
basically eating creatine with a kefir chaser. It's disgusting as hell.
It sounds
But I feel pretty good
Pretty
about
chalky.
it. I feel pretty good about it. Yeah, it's very chalky.
I use it and I make
but it's like the
mine.
That's
kefir
for
washes it down. It's almost like, I don't know. It works for me.
because it's flavorless.
Because let's face it,
You get
one
it,
thing that
yeah.
doesn't mix with anything is creatine, right? It don't mix with anything. I don't care what it is. But let's get on a fitness discussion, man. So I think one of the most powerful things in the world that I heard from a comedian, and this is my boy. What's his name again?
Dion Cole.
Dion Cole. Mr. Old Spice, Mr. Charlie on Blackish.
Oh,
I love the
is that
dude.
him?
Super funny. Yes, Dion
From
Cole.
He has
the
a
Spice
stand-up.
Old Spice commercials.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one of his stand-ups, he goes, fellas, how old are you? And he goes, you know what? I got a better question. How old are the people you hang out with?
Yeah.
Right? And I started going, okay, Roop, Pablo, Demel, David,
Everybody at the gym.
everybody at the gym, basically. Everybody's in their 30s,
Yeah.
right? Everybody's in their
Right.
30s. And man, that is powerful, dude. So I would say to anybody, man,
Say
you're as
good.
old as you want to be. If you want to be young, hang out with young people, man. Don't hang out with old people. I don't hang out with anybody my age,
No, you don't. We don't.
Well, not only that,
No.
like, you don't. Your age doesn't have to dictate
doesn't
what
define
you're
you.
Right, what your
supposed to
interest,
be.
your interest
Yeah.
level or your lifestyle or
Right.
anything, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to change your lifestyle, just because you get older, which I haven't. I've gotten better at my lifestyle,
Yeah.
due to
I
that.
think that's enlightenment, though. Like
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
accepting who you are as a creature, and you're like,
Right.
This is fun. This is more fun than
yeah,
having
and
to be
that's, dude, that
yes
is
sir,
a,
no sir.
that is
you
a
know.
true statement because, like, when we met, I was still dyeing my beard, and and at one point, I think I'd shaved my head when we met, but before that, I was still trying to keep my hair, and I was using Rogaine and stuff, and I was spending probably $100 a month on Just for Men
Oh, that-
and
yeah.
Rogaine, and I'm like, what's it really doing?
Yeah.
And I look at some of the pictures back then, and I'm like, damn, dude.
We gotta pull some of those up.
That was a little too
Yeah.
dark. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause you
right.
can never get it like.
That's why I stopped. I mean,
like
this
a
has been
natural-
happening since
Right.
29.
And I'm just like,
28.
look, if it gets too gray, man, I'll just trim it shorter. Fuck it, But I'm down. I'm not down with any gray hair, though, honestly, except for this little bit of beard.
No, I'd actually told him to stop.
For example,
dyeing
you
it.
can imagine. I do not have any gray hair down there. I promise.
You know what?
that.
Nobody
Yeah,
has
yeah,
that.
nobody.
No, I keep all
Don't
that.
adjust your smell of vision.
Well, no, but let me just say,
I
when
keep
we
my
fir-
junk
okay,
pristine.
okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Let me just say that when we
Completely
got
devoid of any
together
gray
and he
hair.
was still dying, his skin would break out all the time. He was
Yeah.
always getting. I was like, stop
Oh,
breaking
yeah.
out. So I was like, stop. Why are you dying? He goes, oh, it's like I don't care. I like he's my silver fox.
Mhm.
So I was like, stop dying
Yeah.
it. So I think he stopped after we got married. I think our wedding pictures, you were still dying.
Yeah, I did for the
Your
wedding.
beard.
'Cause I
Well,
mean,
because
like,
it's a
you know,
grace,
Yeah.
right?
Rip
Like,
Van
you
Winkle.
gotta, you
But
gotta
it's
accept
still
it.
Rip
very
Van Winkle on my wedding
very
day.
If
so-
God's giving it to you,
Yeah,
just go with
but
it.
after that, I was
Own
just
it.
like, no, I like it. I like him gray.
But I got my brother beard trimmed. I went to a black barber shop and they trimmed me all up in here. I felt like, what was the dude from the, I don't know, the dude who wears the mask and he's got the funny little mustache
Zora.
and all that.
Oh yeah.
I felt like that dude because my mustache was so much lower.
V for Vendetta.
Yeah,
something
he
like
did
that.
that
Yeah,
little
yeah, it was
thin.
trippy,
It was
dude.
super thin.
But I was cool. I was having a good time with it. It was a lot of fun. The whole wedding was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It was.
It was a lot of
All right,
fun.
well, let's bring it back to the.
Okay, what else now?
We're gonna pull it back. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. Where
I
you
need
wanna
some
go
more
with that?
wine.
So, do you have a scary story?
I don't have scary stories. I just have situations where ghosts made their presence known.
Okay.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. So for one, this studio has an entity. We'll call it that.
Oh,
But
this
Especially back here.
Yeah.
oh, now you tell us.
Yeah.
It's a good.
I just told you I don't
Wait a
like
minute.
this
Mike
so
hasn't
bad.
touched you all night.
I
You're
will
telling me
punch
just
you.
so you know.
You're telling me this fucking place is haunted after they got us all liquored up in this bitch? This is
Not
where
they
black
got us
people-
all liquored up.
This is
I know
where
you
black
guys-
people die. Black people die in the horror movies.
We kill ourselves. Stop it.
We saw Black
Okay,
in
let
too,
him
by the
finish
way.
his
That was
story.
a
Let
train
him
wreck of
finish
a
his
movie.
story. Let him
Black.
finish. Let him finish
We
his
saw
story.
it.
I know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we
That was
gotta-
one of the rules. I'm not supposed to interrupt. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, I have to.
So let's just turn down the lights a little bit. No,
Oh, I was about
Alright.
to say, hey,
we're just.
don't looking in the mirror and say.
Yeah, no, we're not. But we're gonna get the mood changed back
Okay,
to a little
let's
creepy.
get it
Yeah,
creepy.
let's,
All right,
Because
let's
I
get
love y'all's energy, but this is probably the worst topics to talk about.
I know, right? We're too hype. Okay,
No, like,
let them
too-
lead the game.
Remember, it's the Halloween episode.
It's a Halloween episode. We're talking about
it's all
happy
good.
stuff.
It's
I
all
gotta
good.
look creepy. Just look at my old nice eyes and shit. What?
Put your glasses back on.
Oh, that's what I said. Sorry.
It's
You
just
behave.
sunny in
Okay.
here, man.
I'm
All
trying
right,
to-
let's,
Whatever
let's,
Mama likes, yeah,
he's
you
good.
do that.
I
You
know
put-
what she likes.
You know what? Stop it.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna let him take
Yes,
control.
ma'am.
Behave.
Yes, ma'am.
Back to our sponsors. The Blue Pill.
Excuse me. I did not see you there. Konnichiwa, hola. Hi. He. Welcome to Sensei Bird's Dojo, where we learn the art of people and potential cricket.
Crickets?
People and potential cricket.
I think you mean grasshoppers.
I understand. I have one question. Do you like tattoos? Do you like tattoos that look like these? Do you like tattoos in these styles? Yeah! Let's try them! Yeah! Realism! Ah!
Bird original! I Pokey! Darwinism!
Comment below and read the description if you are interested in filming a tattoo experience like this.
So yeah, Bird. Then she had me thinking, is it just average?
So crickets.
Sensei, I think you mean grasshoppers.
You son of a bitch! Crickets! Again, if you find yourself worthy and want to be a part of an awesome, new, brand new experience in tattoos and art and senseis, please comment below, contact us, email us, call me, write me, send a bird, send a pigeon, send your friends, send a horse, send a dog, send a koi fish, send a bull, send your mama, send your friends, send your girlfriend, send your people to my dojo, where we will produce beautiful art together. Thank you, Sayonara, Sayonara, Haya, Sayonara, Asa, Asa.
So now tell us about your entity here.
Well,
kind of curious.
it's a poltergeist, so it likes to move things.
Okay.
I've been here with one other guy, and he's like, hey Bird, I'm gonna go grab some snacks. You want anything? No, I'm good, right? And I'm back here. I'm just drawing. The door closes to the shop. He leaves, and about 2 seconds later, the doorknob's maybe like right here, and I'm right here just, and it goes, and I just goosebumps, kind of freeze. I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm like, all right. I was like, that was a good one, but I'm not scared, you know. And I try to ignore it.
And Dude's gone. Nobody's in here.
Dude's gone.
Yeah.
Nobody's here. And then I come back here later, and the freaking door, it locked the door. Now it's one of these locks where you can just get your fingernail and unlock it. But I was just like, what the fuck, like. So that's one quick instance. There was another instance where that same guy, he was one of our shop assistants. So after we finished the tattoo job, he grabs the dirty needles and comes and puts them back here into the container. So in here, if there's no lights on, it's pitch black. There's no windows in here. So you better hope the light's on or the door's open. Otherwise,
it gets weird.
It's pitch black.
Yeah.
So back then, the sharps container used to be in the corner. So he would always do. He would always say, what was he saying? Every time he would come through that door, he was like, hot needles, because he doesn't want to. He's holding them here. He doesn't want to stab anybody coming up to meet him.
You should know about that, right?
Right.
So he comes through. He's like, hot needles. And then he looks around. He's like, fuck, it's dark. He's like, I can make it. So he comes back here. He goes and he says again, hot needles. And he said, out the side of his ear, he heard something go, I know. And he puts him, he comes back out all white. And I'm like, dude, what's wrong, dude? He's like, nothing, dude. I was like, what happened? He's just like, dude, I just went to put needles over here, and then I just heard that voice go, I know. And he was just freaking, he was done after that.
That's
I was going to say, he don't work anymore, Dad.
yeah, no.
We've seen that shit on that show Manifest that we watch, right? Don't we see weird stuff like that?
Yeah, the TV shows. But I tell them the TV shows have got to be based off of
real life.
For sure.
real stuff.
Which is
there's some little spice in there, but yeah.
Like
there's
Manifest,
no original stories
it's
out
like,
there.
you know, the people disappear on a plane and come back 5 years later and they're like not aged.
That's the Malaysian shit.
Yeah. That's like that.
It's like 101.
So, but it's definitely,
Let's just, I'll tell my story and we'll switch to the alien stuff.
Okay.
So I have one where it's pretty intense. So the young lady I was dating at the time, we were laying in bed. It was like 2:30 in the morning. I remember I was watching The Dark Knight, Batman. She was dead asleep. So the way the bed was set up, say this is the bed, there was a hallway that went to the restroom, and then our TV was straight there, right? So then the hallway's right there. So I was, just into the movie, and I have a thing where I feel energies. I've never really seen anything or like witnessed anything like visual, but I've sensed energies. I sense the energy in the room change, like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's dark, sometimes it's like, oh shit, or like just something walked in, right? So that happens, halfway through the movie, I'm like, oh shit. And then all of a sudden, my mind generates things, because I'm a very animated person, so my mind generates an image. So it generated a lady with a gown, a long gown, black hair falling, and it walked up to the thing. Remember, this is not me seeing it, it's just what I felt, right? So the energy in the room got dark, and it was dark. It wasn't a good feeling. It was negative for sure. So I'm like, I literally, once I felt it come up to the end of the hallway, I literally said, what the fuck? And I'm like, okay, I just said, this is Jesus' house. God rules here. No evil can harm me. And I let it go. I continue watching the movie. So 2 minutes pass. She wakes up and she looks right at it. And she's like, oh, she's here. And she goes right back to sleep. And that shit fucked me up.
Who is she?
The lady yeah, exactly, right?
And why are you so calm?
So like during this time, this is the time during my addiction, so I'm open, I'm wide open. So I'm sure I had, portal welcoming sign,
Right.
So sure enough, she said, just don't worry about it. She'll be gone in a little bit. And went right back to sleep like nothing. So I didn't want to make a big deal because I didn't want to give this thing energy or power or acknowledgement, right? So I'm sitting here like, oh shit. And I was paralyzed. I did not want to get out of bed. I was like, holy crap, But I said, I put it to Christ and I let it go. So 10 minutes pass, the energy in the room completely changes. So now I'm thinking, what if somebody actually came in the house? And that's what I sensed, right? So now I'm able to move. I'm literally like the what do you call it? The paralyzation, was gone. So I get up and I'm walking and I'm like, get my gun, make sure ain't nobody in the fucking house, nothing, dead quiet. So I'm thinking, okay, it's over, whatever. So the next day, she brings it up. She's like, yeah, blah. She didn't say the name, but she's like, yeah, this lady comes and she, every now and then she visits, and she visited last night. So that kind of confirmed it for me, And I mean, later in life. Was there
more details? Like, what is she and who
is she? So later in life, I found out that she was she tried to be like a medium, and like she was open, like, I don't know if the fact that she's.
But who was the lady though?
She doesn't know. She says that she has like visitors and that people come in. And one time she told me that after a binge that I had, I passed out and I was out, and that she was seeing like entities coming towards me, and she was kind of like, no. I don't know how real that is, right? It was kind of comical, but I mean, in a sense, I believe it because being in high and gone, like 5-day binge, you attract shit.
Your defenses are down.
Yeah.
Well, that's how some people find a portal to connect and communicate with other aliens is they, and I told you about that episode I saw.
There we
When
go.
they
That's
get, I
it.
can't remember what they got. You saw
Evil.
it.
Was
When
it
they
evil?
No, it was one of our Ancient Alien shows, and they get high on this thing.
Oh yeah.
It helps them,
Ayahuasca?
gets them into like a
Yeah.
mental state.
Or
It gets them
DMT.
into a different mental
Mushrooms or
state
tea or
where they
something.
can open themselves up to different types of communication.
Yeah.
Like telepathic, different types of messaging, right?
Yeah.
That we can't
DMT.
utilize because we don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
So we've
Right.
got to go into a different state to find out how to do it.
Well, even
But that's the
mushrooms.
danger of it.
That's
Yeah,
the danger.
right,
You
right.
don't know who you're
Yeah,
You
the
don't know
mushrooms,
what
it
you're
was
opening.
mushrooms
That's
too. It
like
was
messing with
mushrooms
the
as
Ouija
well.
board.
Yeah.
You don't,
Yeah.
Mushrooms as well.
No, we don't
No.
do it.
So just like in the just, but I do think like I can't brush it off to like I definitely wasn't high that night. I was fully in my senses. The Dark Knight is one of my favorite movies. I've seen that movie like 20 times, And the fact that she confirmed it, that was what freaked me out and made it more official.
Yeah, because otherwise you could just blow it off and say, "Well, I didn't really see that."
Right, or
Yeah.
just kind of.
But then when they say they saw it too, you're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, but
I
in the
wish you hadn't
past,
said that.
I've felt that, where I felt
Yeah.
like,
Something.
something energies, and my mind generates an image, which is just my imagination, whether it's true or not. But that one was the hardest one that I felt, But I agree with you. It could definitely be, interdimensional beings, demons,
Man,
angels.
the world is so trippy, and it's like the more you open yourself up to understand it, the more you understand what we don't know.
Yes.
And it's like the thing we say about the aliens. It's like, okay, we know they're here, we know they've been here, we just don't know the why. Right? It's like the why.
And that's beautiful because I have a video I want us to see. It's Dr. Greer. He's been into. I don't know if y'all have come upon him on your alien studies.
not yet.
It sounds familiar, Dr. Greer.
Yeah.
You might
He
recognize
might be
him.
one of the guys.
Yes, we've seen this dude.
So
yes.
we'll watch the
Oh, yeah,
video.
yeah.
Well, no,
and
that's
then
not
we'll-
him. This is the
No.
guy
He's
We've
the one
seen
that's
that
doing the
dude.
interview.
interviewing Dr.
Okay.
Greer.
Maybe we've seen that guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Down at the bottom.
There you go.
So I'm just going to go out there and ask you, at this point in 2025, where are we at in terms of full and transparent disclosure, basically mainstream acceptance of an ET presence? Have we made any progress? Are we still very far away from that? What's your assessment?
Oh, we made tremendous progress since I got involved with this in 1990, 35 years ago. But I think we're at an inflection point where it's going to get out there. We're not alone. The problem is what we can get into in a little bit, cosmological confusion. People don't know what's extraterrestrial versus what's ours versus what's from another dimension that's extra-dimensional and not extraterrestrial. And there's some fine lines between the two, but very important ones. I think we're going to get into a period where clarification of which of these phenomena, plural, are actually from another star system and which are concocted by counterintelligence operations for the purpose of gaslighting the public, but more importantly, inducing fear and trying to build up a global military-industrial complex response to a threat from outer space. That's always been the objective of the secrecy, by the way. That's number one. Number two has been hiding the technologies that would terminate oil and nuclear power, and for that matter, wind and solar, with the very advanced energy and propulsion technologies, which have been mastered for well over 80 years. Why we did the documentary, The Lost Century, which everyone can see for free on Tubi or Amazon Prime or wherever. So I think this is going to be the big challenge. And what my job is, as I see it, I'm a retired trauma emergency doctor, but I'm focused full time on trying to get the correct information to the president and senior leaders in the House and Senate, which we have done. There's a countervailing disinformation campaign headed up by a number of people that keep neutralizing that clarity for the purpose of obfuscating the truth. I like the name of your show, Unveiled. I always say the big part of what we're doing is pulling the veil back on this sort of labyrinthine system of secrecy and black budget programs that have been largely corporatized, that have confused the public and continue to gaslight the officials in government, not only here, but also in the United Kingdom and Canada and other places where I'm working. So I think this is a global problem. It's not just a U.S. problem, and that's what we're trying to address.
Oof.
That's wow. That's
noted,
so much
right?
in there, man. There's so much in there to unpack, as they say.
Well, he did so we talked about like why would they be hiding this from us, and I think you went to the effect that because we're dumb, but I think we were intentionally made retarded.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll cut that.
Can't say that.
We'll get
I
demonetized.
know, I had to tell him that too.
You can't say retarded.
No, I don't care, but freaking YouTube cares.
Yeah.
I
We
know,
can
but
bleep
she
it
tells
out.
me
I
that
tell him all the
personally.
time.
I'm
Because
like,
I'm like,
okay,
if you
well,
use it in casual conversation, it's going to slip out in public.
this means
Yeah.
he's stupid. Sorry.
He's
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah, we're stupid.
But basically,
you're right.
Basically, so by them keeping this technology that we've obviously seen, like there's things that we can't understand why the pyramids are the way they are, the Easter Island, all these different things. All this technology had to be here.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, it got erased, whether it was a flood, whether it was comets, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And now when what Dr. Greer speaks on is that there's already been, I guess, the bad guys or the dark elite who have, found these UFOs. They made contact and they've recreated this technology, but they're keeping it for themselves. And we're left out to be ignorant and dumb and not use that to progress ourselves as a species.
One of the most interesting things we saw recently was how we found all the alien spacecraft, and as a result of that, we've been able to reverse engineer a lot of their technology, and that's why, as a world, we have been able to leapfrog in technology from like World War II until now, right? With the aviation and the spacecraft, and how quickly we've done everything. Now we've got phones, iPhones, computers on your phone.
But is it leapfrog or is it just?
But no, it's because we got that information from the aliens. It's from the spaceships. So that helped us give the understanding of how to build this stuff,
but
right?
they trickle
Otherwise,
it to us,
we're still in the horse and buggy.
Right.
We're still in the horse and buggy. We
Right,
didn't know how to build this stuff.
Exactly.
But that's what I mean. I don't think we got leapfrogged. I think we got tricked.
We got fed.
They're giving it to us.
Right.
Drops.
We got a baby aspirin versus we've got the cure.
Because I think about it,
like
the military has, like what we have now for GPS, they had it in the 70s.
Yes.
Think about that.
Yes.
Right.
And that's something as basic as GPS.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Scary.
Thanks to you, we're now watching the Ancient Aliens. And
Thank you, Pablo.
Because I remember at first he was skeptical about it. And then he spent some time and he comes back like all this. He was no more than I do.
No,
like,
I told you it's like when I'm working, I don't have time for this.
Yeah,
right.
But see, that's
I got to focus on. What I'm focused on.
That's why they keep us on the
booty. Fitness,
right? Now
I ain't got time for aliens. I got time for aliens.
No,
but now I'm retired. I got all day for aliens, John. All day for aliens.
Yeah, because I mean that rat race, right? We get caught in the rat race, and we don't think that's not important. But in fact, we could, if we have universal knowledge and understanding, we would all be elevated.
So in 1978, I believe that's when Chariots of the Gods came out, the book. And I read that book, and I was still in high school. And I told Nidra, I said, this is when I was exposed to all this stuff, right? About the potential for aliens and all this stuff, right? And I ignored it because I went to school. I went to Virginia Tech, and so I didn't have time to keep thinking about it. And man, I'm kind of glad I didn't keep thinking about it because I'm just like blown away by what I know now, right? Right. And it's just crazy.
Because see, I mean, there's people that have been killed for less, So this guy's been protected, right? Because he was also in.
Well, he's had people that close to him have been killed.
And he's been getting death threats too.
Oh, for sure.
Or like
that whole story.
So think about it. Like if you would have been woken up back then, God might have spared you.
That whole story on Tesla. And what he invented and where he was with the power grid and the technology he was bringing to the planet and how they shut him down and how he had the death ray. He had invented the death ray for World War II if they wanted it, but they didn't want the death ray. They wanted the bomb. And I'm like, this dude was so ahead of his time. But how was he ahead of his time?
Energy,
how was he ahead of his time though?
So were you the one that showed me that video?
He got visited.
About visions?
Yeah, that was Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, we were talking about that too.
So they shared that technology. And so we, again...
Even like the German scientists, right?
Yeah.
But what's crazy about Dr. Greer is, so he's basically curating everything he can get from the government, from the U.S. government, whether it's contractors, whether it's people within the government, whether it's international, so that he can almost have this curation of where it's searchable, any alien situation. But what's crazy is, I believe it was in the 1940s, the U.S. government made it a law to where if you create a technology that will affect the GDP of the country, the government has a right to take that technology.
Isn't that some shit?
So, but what he says is there's been people, other little inventors and stuff that have created free energy type. He said there's this guy. It's probably about, he said, like the size of a wall. I mean a window AC unit, but it pulls free energy and it can run a farm. And for no money. And what happens is these people, we were to try to go and patent it.
And that's when
they get bought out. Yeah. And they're like, okay, shit, here's 250 million.
Make it go away.
It goes away. Or
we're going
they're like,
gas.
Or they go bye-bye.
Yeah.
Because that's what he said. He said technology that will take away oil.
Right.
Because they want to keep us in the Stone Age.
Yes. And they want to keep us reliant on
this country is so
fuels.
evil, man.
But it's a world thing.
When we get to the next one,
it's definitely a world thing.
Yeah.
But then when we went over to Europe, and I know we keep saying it, but it was really funny. Like I keep telling him, because we live in Edo. We're right there by the Dynamo Stadium, by Minute Maid, Dyken Park. Excuse me. And it's crazy how loud it is. The cars, the trucks, the big diesel engines, excuse me, the 18-wheelers, the trains.
That horn on the damn train.
And they blow the horn for like 5. I mean, from because we're where the train comes all the way around down, McKinney.
Right by the
and they have to blow the horn at all those intersections. So it's like it'll be blowing for like 5 minutes straight. And it's what I told him. It's like when we were in wherever we were, Italy, Tenerife, even in Portugal, especially. Right. They don't have those big, heavy trucks,
right?
And they have a lot of electric cars, so it's very quiet. In the town we're moving to is called Setúbal, Setubal, but where we want to eventually settle was a beach town about 30 minutes, a little bit farther down from that, where the trains don't even go. You have to take a bus.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's gonna be so quiet.
Yeah.
Because it's so loud here. It's really, but it was funny, because they were talking about the, the renewable energy and, clean energy. And over there is a big push. There are a lot of electric cars that we just don't see over here. They had this whole clean energy bill that gave you the incentives. That's expired now, so whatever. But what we found, and it was funny, was a lot, especially here in Texas, you can't get them. I mean, even if they make an electric truck, they don't care, because they're like, if I'm on my ranch and I'm driving 253, I need gasoline.
Yeah.
There's not a charger out there. There's no EV chargers in West Texas. And y'all know you can drive 9-10 hours and still be in Texas. So just think about that. Right. So it's like that technology would never take off here, because they won't support it here. It's not feasible here.
But I think too, like, okay, so because that's a slippery slope too when you get into EV vehicles, because they're not as green as they say they are.
They're not as green.
But if we had a way to make a battery that was free energy that could power your car for free forever, there's just no incentive for the money maker.
That's the Iron Man, bro.
That cuts the oil and gas industry out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you can power your car, you can power your house. If you can power your house, you can power a train. If you can power a train, you can power a plane.
Exactly.
We don't need gasoline.
Yep. Or to pay for it.
Well, that was Tesla's big thing, that he was able to pull energy from, which is, I mean, it all goes to that. It all goes back to that. But now there's that young kid that did the plastic or whatever, the trash. He's doing and he's been protected. He went hiding for a little bit.
I'm about to say he's been protected.
It's a young kid. I can't remember his name, but
yeah, he made the plastic.
Yeah,
he called it something, but plastic gas.
Yeah. Gasoline,
it's amazing.
Plastic. And he's not the first one. There are people that have done it, but
and they've said
every
it's been
single time,
the cost of it is still hard to make it cheap.
But think about it. But if the big oil companies were to put their money into it, they would do it. But then it's just a one-time buy, and that's it.
Man,
we definitely have enough plastic.
They just want to keep doing what they're doing.
Islands of plastic, Texas.
But I think, again, back to the question, why? There's a deeper agenda behind it.
Yes.
So we're gonna put on the internet's biggest conspiracy theorist. You can love him or hate him, Alex Jones.
Oh Lord.
He kind of puts it into lamest terms of how the whole system is set up. I've been kind of with this because it goes into the demons. It goes into the UFOs. It goes into people who sell their souls. It goes to these people who are hiding this technology, not for our good, for just a select few's good. And then let's just check this out, and then we can kind of
just a disclaimer. This is eye-opening, and he lets it all out.
I've never actually watched him, so I'm interested.
Let's do it.
The best knowledge right now, what's happening on the planet. What's happening? The elite are all about transcendence and living forever and the secrets of the universe, and they want to know all this. Some are good, some are bad, some are a mix. But the good ones don't ever want to organize. The bad ones didn't want to organize because they lust after power. Powerful consciousnesses don't want to dominate other people. They want to empower them, so they don't tend to get together until things are really late in the game. Then they come together. Evil's always defeated because good is so much stronger. And we're on this planet, and Einstein's physics showed it, Max Planck's physics showed it, there's at least 12 dimensions. And now that's why all the top scientists and billionaires billionaires are coming out saying it's a false hologram. It is. There's like this sub-transmission zone below the third dimension that's just turned over to the most horrible things is what it resonates to. And it's trying to get up into the third dimension that's just a basic level consciousness to launch into the next levels. And our species is already way up at the fifth, sixth dimension, consciously, our best people. But there's this big war trying to like basically destroy humanity because humanity has free will and there's a decision to which level we want to go to. We have free will, so evil's allowed to come and contend, not just good. And the elites themselves believe they're racing using human technology to try to take our believes that the first artificial intelligence will be a supercomputer based on the neuron activities of the hive mind of humanity with billions of people wired into it with the Internet of Things. And so all of our thoughts go into it, and we're actually building a computer that has real neurons in real time that's also psychically connected to us, that are organic creatures, so that they will have current prediction powers, future prediction powers, a true crystal ball. But the big secret is, once you have a crystal ball and know the future, you can add stimuli beforehand to make decisions that control the future. And so then it's the end of consciousness and free will for individuals. This is TV. Right? This is an interdimensional force that wants to influence us to build something that absorbs us and kills us, rather than the divine free will we're given to build something much better that empowers the species. So the species is now making a decision about its entire future.
Where are you getting this from?
That's what it is.
But where are you getting it?
I know, from looking at all the data, researching it, studying it, watching the enemy. That's the big decision that humanity has now got before us. You get someplace finally in deep research where it's what every culture already said, what everybody already knew, what they're telling you in movies like Prometheus, what the elite admit the New York Times they believe in. Everything there that isn't naturally occurring. Who is that? I mean, if you actually read what all the globalists say, they are getting not off-world, but interdimensional communications to then build this system that we see lowers our IQ, makes us live less. All the studies show screen time, all the computers lowering IQs, lowering fertility, lowering our health.
I mean, you're talking about the elites.
And now with AI.
Oh, AI.
Guess where they don't do that?
Portugal.
Oh, Lord. Well, I'm telling you, man. I mean, we're on the beach in Portugal. There's tons of kids.
Families.
Nobody has a phone. Nobody has an iPad. Right. They're actually playing sports.
Yeah.
And
they're living life.
If they're not playing sports, they're talking to people. They're having communication. Like real people.
Yeah.
I mean, it was eye-opening when we were over there.
And the kids, they were talking to them. The kids didn't have
the family structure is still.
Yeah. We didn't see an iPhone or a tablet literally until we got back to Newark. We flew into Newark, and in front of us there was a little brother and sister. And they were both on their phone. Mom's on her phone. But the whole time we were over there, we did not see, other than people taking pictures.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like
doom
sitting and scrolling on your phone while your kids are playing. No, they were interacting.
But that's what makes this so real, because we've even seen it. Yeah,
going down.
Well, we've even seen to where I think it's on Netflix, a documentary where the people who create these social media platforms don't even let their kids use it because they understand what it was made for,
right,
and what was it intended for.
Right.
And we're just here just consuming it like little
obedience,
cattle.
Yeah.
Right. Like gerbils.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're making us fat, they're making us sick just for their profit. And that's what this show is trying to,
because I think from what he was saying is like we kind of become batteries for their matrix.
It's a matrix. That's what I say. We're just we're powering their world.
So that's why you see so many people just follow the leader. Everybody's doing this, so I'm gonna do it. Oh, I feel left out. I can't be the one left out. It's been happening for decades.
But it's all modern societies. It's not just the U.S. It's U.S., Canada, Mexico, over in Europe, or the U.K., Australia. Like all these places that are already
the younger generations as technology advances and they're absorbing it. I do think that it's harming humanity because it is very much making us desensitized
right,
to
that's for
violence,
sure thing.
To any
sex.
kind of sex.
Sorry.
I love sex. Let's talk about sex, y'all. Hell
Look what
yeah.
you did, Bird.
I know.
It's our sponsor.
We had him on focus for like 5 minutes,
So
Bird.
when we first got together,
No.
Oh no, we're steering back. We're steering
Yeah.
back. The sponsors.
The episode in Portugal will be all about that.
game
We'll come
changer.
back. We'll come back.
Sorry.
But I do think that, and it's funny because I say this all the time at work, with working in audiology, what we have right now are the hearing aids are now advanced. They're technologically advanced more. You can stream. They have apps on your phone, Bluetooth sync to your hearing aids. You can adjust your volume, you can change programs. So it's all synced to the phone. But what's funny is every time we get an update or somebody comes in and they've gotten a new phone, you know, a lot of times, because my patient population is older, so probably 4 or 5 times a week, I've got somebody, he can't repair his hearing aids. He got a new, right now they're all buying the new iPhones, or there's updates coming out, and every time they do an update, a lot of time you have to repair your Bluetooth, the hearing aids, because it's for whatever reason. So getting that down, and it's so funny, I always make the joke, you know, I never realized how stupid I was until I got a smartphone. And it's true.
Yeah, no, for
because,
sure.
And then I'm showing this stuff on her phone, and I don't mess with the phone much. I know what you show me, but I'm not on it doing all the, like, you can do all that editing and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm going to take a picture and that's it. I don't use filters.
Make a call.
Our phone, I
either
take a
picture.
Work
out.
But I mean, it's funny because there, you know, people be like, what filter did you? We don't use filters.
We don't use filters.
But see, so now a question about that. Is that external? It's not implanted,
so
right?
the hearing, we do work with people that have cochlear implants, yes. And they do also have
like
apps that work with the implant itself, because it's all just a chip, computer chips, and what makes it work. But the hearing aids themselves, now you can get hearing aids that work, and you can do everything on the phone.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, because it sends the radiation, right?
Right. Well, what's really funny is because you're doing Bluetooth, sometimes the hearing aids will pair with somebody else's. So, like, one of my doctors, she actually wears, she
hears
uses some stuff.
shit. How crazy is that?
Yeah, so she, like, disconnected. She wears hearing aids, and she has an accessory with it, and she disconnected it to demonstrate something to her patient, and somebody out in the lobby is like, their stuff cut off.
Yeah.
And she's like, what is this picking up? Because it was streaming to her hearing aids, but it was streaming from somebody else. And so it's funny like that, because so there is a little layer of lack of privacy there.
Right. Because I think that's where we get into, like, what he was talking about, us becoming one with the technology.
Right.
And where we're able to be programmed real easily. You got what's his name, having the neurochip.
Yeah. I mean, well, the cochlear implant is actually an implant. It's actually, they drill in, implant it in your skull. It sends electric pulses. So basically, the easy layman's version of it is, you know, you hear a sound, it goes into the implant, it converts it it goes to electrical impulses, and it goes in the implant, and that converts it into sound. So then, you know, speech, they can hear music. It doesn't sound like normal speech. It's electronic, apparently.
Right.
You know, we can't really know what they hear.
Yeah, unless you're hearing
but they can describe it. So it's really especially with the ones that had normal hearing and something happened and they lost their hearing and they had to get an implant.
Oh, they can tell the difference.
They can tell. Or they have a hearing aid on one side and an implant on the other, and those work together. And so, I mean, there's just so much out there that just really, you know, not that, you know, I know all about what he was saying. I was really deep and involved.
Yeah, it was a lot.
But I can see how,
he's back.
as we advance in technology, we lose humanity.
I thought you were abducted. I didn't see you leave. I'm like, this son bitch is gone. Some alien stole his ass right here on the set.
Ninja, I'm Batman, dude.
I'm like, I look back there. Is there a door back
Dark
there?
Knight.
I'm Batman, dude.
Batman.
I didn't see him walk by.
I saw him get up. You're a hot mess.
She was focused on you. That's love.
It's probably because
I was in
a trance.
You
she puts me in a trance, dude.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
I was pouring you wine. That's what you were.
That's the power of it. That's so powerful.
But yeah, I think that there's something there. We are being kept in the dark about a lot.
We're in the zoo, yo. It's alien
and
zoo.
we've
We
been taught to ridicule and make fun of people who do experience, and this is even going back, you know, all the, you know, crazy alien abductee
50s,
you know, 50s, how they make it, you know, comic books.
There's actually the interracial couple that got abducted, and there's a big story about them. Yeah, back in the 60s, I think.
Yes, see, so
we were driving through a farm road. But,
yes, I remember.
Yeah, we know that one.
Yes, yeah. But so yeah, I do think that we've been kind of desensitized to any kind of alternate.
But that's kind of what he was saying. He's like that there's people here who have intentions of good, but the people who have good intentions don't want to get involved until it's too late. And then there's the bad people who are like, well, yeah, I'm going to
take
just take
advantage while
and
we
take
can.
advantage because nobody's stopping me. And then you have people that are just neutral and just could care less either way. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing is like people are starting to wake up. We're starting to see like, oh, hold on.
Yeah, it's just
I've been having the wrong food this
We
whole
have
time.
to normalize it.
I've been
We have to
taking all these
normalize
meds
it.
for no
Dude,
reason.
that is, yeah. I
We have to
mean,
unlearn.
I've been
so,
watching all this bullshit.
man,
for no reason.
I can't tell you, how thankful I am that we got the opportunity to go to Europe and see a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because as a guy who's been, on the fitness train my whole life pretty much, I mean, it's eye-opening how bad the food is over here. We're eating vegetables and we're eating, potatoes, we're eating good complex carbs, right? We're eating lean meat, we think, and to find out the shit is tainted, man.
The government is still...
It's been really a big eye-opener, right?
Yeah.
Huge.
And everything that we've done, I think, as we've grown, as we've come along, it's definitely been under control. Because we were talking earlier, speaking about the food and everything, the fact that they know the food is hurting us, but instead of improving the quality of the food, they're giving us more drugs to take. So that makes us, once again, more reliant on the government. It's like, we don't need all these drugs. We don't need all these things, just you either clean up your diet, all these autoimmune diseases, clean up your diet, clean up the water you drink,
clean your gut,
clean out your gut,
a little sunshine,
go outside, exercise, walk, move around. It's a whole different thing. And then you don't become reliant on big pharma, on government, on aid, on all these things that can keep you alive. On Hollywood, on social. I'd be like, get off social media. If we're sitting there on the couch and a commercial comes on, he picks up the phone and he's off. It's like, put the phone down.
I just like looking at my fitness stuff.
And then he'll be scrolling stuff.
My black girls. I got a lot of black girls.
I want to see your.
But it's like,
bad. They come after me. She tells me not to click on it.
I told you
she
not
says
to
if I
click on
click
the
on it, they're going to
pictures.
come after me even harder.
It's such
so
an
I try not to
algorithm.
click on it. But all these black girls, I'm like, damn, what are they doing? Why are they after me?
Well, that's what it's meant to do, right?
Look at a black
That's what
girl.
the programming does. It's meant to do that.
But yes, and see, I'm the opposite. Like, I only got Facebook.
She doesn't want me to fall prey to it.
My best friend set my Facebook years ago in 2007. She set it up. I only got Instagram a few years ago because of him, because he was using Instagram to post his videos and stuff. But I tell people all the time, I don't carry my phone. My phone's in my purse right now. Yeah. It's on silent. I never have my ringer on. The only reason I look at it is to see, stop that, to see if he sent me a message or something. Or at the end of the day, I text him, and usually that's when I see all these crazy videos he sent. No, stop.
One time.
Okay, stop, because otherwise he won't stop. I'm so sorry.
I know, right? We'll get the humpy. We'll get humpy over here.
See, I've been trying
No.
Yeah, I
know. We'll get the spray bottle out.
It's just a little lane.
Yeah.
Dude, all I gotta say, good thing I got big hands, because Handsy comes around.
You know what?
Handsy.
Yeah.
You did not put your hands
Okay.
down.
All right.
I'm cutting you off.
We're getting close.
We're almost done. Let's stay focused.
we have one
Come
more
on, Mike.
sponsor.
Stay with us.
We have one more sponsor to go.
We have one more sponsor.
So is that Baal? Baal is in the sun god Baal?
Well,
Is that what I'm reading about?
Yeah, let's do that video.
Yeah.
So because kind of what Alex Jones was talking about on is how some of these people pray or worship these deities who I think are not positive, who want the best for us.
All right, I can bring something to the table on that.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and check that out.
You know what?
That one's on the folder.
All right, here we go.
There's not a lot of discussion about Baal, Moloch. Where are people finding them?
The old saying is, if you look for the devil, he'll find you. The deity that was worshipped in Egypt, that the Pharaoh represented, is the deity named Atun, gods of the Gentiles or demons, Psalm 96:5. This was the great bisexual god, also known as the great master. He begets children and spits them out of his mouth, and he can change genders and can allow others to change their genders. This goes back to ancient Egypt. He ingests his own seed and produces children out of his mouth, as opposed to God creating and begetting Adam and Eve. So you fast forward the Olympic ceremony, everybody was outraged because it was a mockery of the Last Supper. That was a representation of Dionysus.
Wow. Man, there's just so much to learn.
The corruption of souls.
I mean, it is just, this is why I'm so blown away. It's like, as we look at Europe and we try to understand every country and all the history behind every country and all the stories behind every country, I mean, it is just mind-blowing. But one thing for certain, and we talked about this, is how the stories are always similar, right? There's always a higher power. There's always something, being created. There's always a great flood. And every culture and every country has these stories. Yeah. And it's just mind-blowing the more you learn. And you keep adding to that knowledge. And it's just crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting. We growing up actually, and he probably doesn't really know. When I was about 6, my father went to church. We were Baptist growing up in Houston, Texas, going to church every Sunday. My father was convicted, and actually during Christmas service, I think when I was 5, that was the last year we celebrated Christmas in my family. He got convicted about it. And one of the reasons he was convicted is because the actual birthday that they celebrate, December 25th, is not, we all know that's not Christ's birthday, of course, everybody knows. But it is the birthday of Nimrod, who became either worshiped the sun. I can't remember the exact stuff right now, but Nimrod was, of course, the story was he was born, fell in love with his mother. One of those killed his father, married his mother, kind of, the whole thing back then. And then when he died, I think his uncle killed him. You can probably check this for me. It's been years since I've heard this. My dad used to tell us every year. But he became the sun. His wife, declared him the sun god, Baal. So that is the actual, if I'm remembering correctly, the birthday is actually the sun god Baal, Nimrod. It's not Christ's birthday. And of course, as we all know, the Catholic Church, in trying to convert all the pagans, basically just took their holidays and made them Christian holidays so they could still celebrate.
So it's like unintentional worship.
So that his mother declared him a god at some point, if I'm not mistaken, and that's where the whole.
Because is that the same one that he was a king, right?
Right,
yeah.
right.
And he's the one that tried to get Jesus killed as a baby.
Pharaoh. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? Is that correct?
No. That was the Pharaoh burned.
I think
I'm
this is
mistaking him with
yeah,
somebody
we're
else.
mixing up too.
I think this is way before.
Okay.
Way before. This was way before Christ.
yeah.
That Pharaoh is a different Pharaoh. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
But when they were trying to
this
find
is
him.
still super Old Testament.
Yeah, it's very Old
Genesis
Testament.
area.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's interesting that they bring that in. But there's definitely.
Yeah. Well, we've been like our time, in 15, like the year 15 something. In October, there's 2 weeks missing,
right?
And that's where the calendar changed, right? So we lost months and days. So we don't know what day we're even in, really. So for him to say December 25th, obviously it's symbolic,
right?
And I think that's what it's becoming, right? Because from the beginning, symbolism has been a thing. But these people that are in power know these things, and they make us worship with them, whether we want to or not. But obviously, if we're awakened to it, then we can. Not rebel, but what is it? Deny it or not worship? Like not go along with it?
Yeah, I guess your intentions are what drives the energy.
Right.
So just like if people who don't believe in something dark, if you're not going into a room thinking you're going to get possessed, and you're like, oh, this is not real, you can kind of block it unintentionally.
Yeah.
So they say.
That's an ignorance is bliss kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
Right, because it's like you're not culpable if you're not intentionally doing it, like the demonic worship and shit like that,
Right.
Wow.
But that's why we don't mess with Ouija boards.
No.
We don't mess with any of that stuff.
No.
Yeah. And it's hard to know because also when you go into history, you have to know who's giving the history lesson, what their beliefs are.
Right.
So then if it doesn't align with yours, but then are you creating your own history as well by wanting it to go with what you believe in? So it's, man, at this point, it's just
everything's
a bunch
twisted.
Of fuckery, dude. Yeah, you're just like,
whose version do you want to believe?
Right.
It's like
you're playing with humans, though. You're playing with human souls and human minds, and it's like precious.
And that's why they wrote so much stuff down on these tablets, right? Like back in the day, they recounted these stories. And in a lot of the cultures, they kept retelling the stories. And some that they retell are of being visited from people in the sky.
Chariots
and they
in the
want,
sky.
yes, and they want people to know these stories. And they're like, passed down from generation.
And one thing we also do know is they were killing babies. They were drinking blood. They were sacrificing children and virgins and all this stuff. So like if you vibe with that, maybe that's the history lesson you want to like use as your background. I'm not into that.
No.
I don't think we should be. So my history has to be based in at least that ideology of that's bad. We shouldn't do that, you know. And I think what's beautiful about the whole alien conversation is that in some scenarios, why the aliens regard us as such special creatures is because we aren't like ants. We don't work in unison. We actually have free will. We can create art. We can create a story. We're not reading each other's mind. Because I would hate to know everything you're about to say. Because then it leads,
right.
It's like, what's that movie? Where What a Woman Wanted.
Yes,
and
everybody. Mel Gibson. Yes, and he was like, "You don't want to know."
Woman, think like a woman. Right? Think like a woman.
I think that's what it was.
It's a great movie, but
or even Spider-Man when he starts to hear everything,
right?
And he's just going crazy, because it's just like you're hearing
all the conversations.
Oh, Shallow Hal, that was a good one.
Shallow Hal's a good one. Yes.
That one's a inverse of that kind of
right.
He gets hypnotized, but but that's the thing. I mean, it's like. That's why I think being in this existence, right, as a human, I think we learn things that we wouldn't in any other form of whatever life or presence or awareness. Because like we can learn compassion for one another as opposed to like I've seen some brothers who are hate each other the worst. Where's their enemies? I've seen enemies become brothers, and I think that's a beautiful part of human condition. That we learn, we go through these moods, we go through these epochs. And, if we were that enlightened, then we wouldn't have hatred because I know why you're angry at me. And then you would know why I know that you know that I know that you know. And then it's just, we all work in unison and it's just a thing. So that's a different platform or...
but those morals have been so... perverted and twisted that we can't even agree on basic things anymore. But that is because of the technology, I think. And that's kind of why the whole reason for the podcast is to just show and demonstrate like there's bad actors here who are manipulating us, and we all have more in common than we think. Like, look at your beautiful example of that. Never been with a black woman, and now we have to cut you off every 3 minutes.
Now you can't stop talking about it.
Next time we got a water bottle.
Spray him like a cat.
Honestly, I can't get enough chocolate. Honestly, I just can't.
He said that to my daddy.
Well, I just speak the
shout out to
Pops. I get plenty of chocolate at home. I'm like.
That's a good thing.
But this is real and genuine.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not faking
and I've heard some of your past and your story, dude, and you're a survivor, man. And you chose to get better, not bitter, and not a victim.
Right.
And you heard some of mine.
Your own destiny, find it, find a place, find your happy place.
You never know what God has in store for you.
Man, I know that's right.
Yeah, but it's definitely the Lord's will.
He gave me something good. Shit.
Yeah. But it's a give and take, right?
Well, this is your chance.
It's a lot of give.
To just put any message you want out into the world.
Okay.
All right, Mike, let him have it.
This is our chance to talk. What do you want to say? Do you have any
message to the world?
I just want peace and happiness in the world, man. I mean, it's like we every day we turn on the news and it's like who got shot last night, and we see the wars in Gaza and the Ukraine, and man, we just want peace and happiness in the world. I mean, honestly, it just just come together as people. Really, that's it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I miss the '80s. I miss just that innocence. I think,
Simple.
like I said, technology's great, but I don't need to see what everybody's doing every single second of every day.
Yeah.
I don't need to know everything you think. I think that more than anything, it's been divisive in so many ways. My own family members, I have 2 family members that haven't spoken since Trump was elected the first time.
Yeah.
And very, very close brothers have not spoken simply because one said, well, if you feel this way, then you are this. that's not the case.
You can't make your whole identity that.
Yeah, and I think that we, and it wouldn't have happened in any other situation other than because of social media.
Right.
So I think it's a wonderful thing. I think it's great. We use it. My family's all in North Carolina, and I love them all. East Coast, we're here in Texas, so there's a lot of us. We use it to keep in touch. But I think that it's very easy, especially in the most recent few months' time, with all the, if you believe this, then unfriend me, and it's been eye-opening. And I think that it's scary because there's people that I've known for 15, 20 years and would never have thought that, not to say anything about anybody, what they agree with, but for me, if you tell me I'm less than you because I'm black and I'm female, I don't think that, and I'm shocked at how many of my friends believe that too. Or not believe it, but they don't disagree with it.
Wow.
And it's not an overt conversation that I've had with anybody. I'm not that person that said, I'm going to unfriend you. I don't care that much. I don't use social media for political statements.
There's more important things.
For
Popularity
me,
contest.
I'm just here. Yeah, I'm just here to let my family see stuff. Oh, your baby went to school. Yay, first day of school.
There you go.
I'm not. If you post a bunch of crap, I just scroll right past.
You post those fitness videos, you know that.
Yeah, I really only get on social media when he tags me in your posts.
Yeah.
Or with somebody's birthday.
Because it is a double-edged sword.
It's horrible. It's good on some points, but on other points, it's horrible. And I just feel like we're so inundated with so much, and we're influenced. What the hell is an influencer? I had a girl. She just watched a girl try on makeup. She ain't got your skin.
Yeah.
But this color is so pretty on her. But it's that kind of thing. It's like you're giving your time and you're watching videos of somebody put on makeup.
Yeah.
Get out.
But that's a good point you make. Like, what does the word influencer mean?
Yeah.
To influence, right? And these people can have one niche, say makeup. But now if they get political, now you're with them because they're your influencer.
Yeah, because that's the scary stepping stone. It's, I like this person. Oh, this person said this. Oh, well, then I guess I like this. But you don't really like it or know about it. You're just following it, like
blindly.
Case in point, no offense to anybody, but there's a lot of social media, the Swifties or the Beehive or Bayhive.
There you go.
The monster. I'm a
Real
little
talk.
monster. Lady Gaga. Boom. Love her 5 times. Seen her in Vegas. Love. But she doesn't form my political decisions.
There you go.
And I think that's where the later generations are getting lost. They don't have their own opinion. They don't know enough. All they know is what they're told to know. And we don't read anymore. We don't read. We watch.
Powerful.
We read headlines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, I got chills.
So,
honestly.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go on my clothes.
Well, my closing statement. I do want to just say one thing. I know it's not shown in major news or talked about a lot, but there is a lot of execution of Christians happening in Africa, Syria. There's been some heavy numbers of that. I mean, I think it's just something to just look, take a look at. It is happening, and it's sad, and it is probably part of the agenda, and the fact that they hide it says more. But to leave that, I'm really happy that you guys came. I'm really happy that you guys found a place to go to and where y'all going. I'm really happy where the podcast is, man. Episode 22.
Man, we love the podcast. We looked at some videos this morning, and we love the production quality and the way you guys edit everything. It looks really first class.
Thank you, man.
So I know you're going to make us look good. We're not going to look too
for
stupid.
sure. No, y'all going to make us look good.
Sorry again.
Man, but let me say this. We're here because we love Pablo, man.
Yes.
And Pablo is our dog, and we love this man. And we just want him to be the best he can be.
Thank you.
In everything.
It's an honor, man. It really means a lot.
He's good people.
Yeah.
And he's coming to Portugal to visit, and we're going to see the Algarve egg.
Yeah. Now I'm going to bring him with me. So
let's go.
We got a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. He's got his own room and bathroom. Waiting.
And we're definitely going to give y'all a whole episode for whatever y'all take charge.
That's going to be wild.
Oh, y'all know. Yeah, that's going to be a day.
Well, I'm gonna just piggyback off of what you said, because I think that's what's always hit me the most in my heart, is seeing how we are treating each other as a society. We're getting manipulated by people who don't know us, who don't care about us, who could care less if we stop talking to each other. And we're giving that power to people and we don't even know is like, just when are we going to figure that out? And I just want that to click sooner than later. That way we can just be in peace, and then we can also start to just gradually get stronger in the mind, body, and soul, and figure out how we're going to move ourselves forward without these evil people. Because we shouldn't be losing family members or friends that we've had for decades or for our whole lives over something that, when it comes down to it, if you had the opportunity to have the conversation and you weren't getting so in your feelings, you would probably be okay with everything that came out of the conversation.
Right.
So that's what we're here for. We want y'all here to have that conversation. Talk to us. Be on the couch.
Yeah.
Take their spots next week. We'll have y'all back. We'll be over there
in Portugal,
overseas.
Yeah. Yes.
We'll go see all the sites. He's got a whole map out already. So
he's ready.
Oh man, it's gonna be intense.
Yeah.
We got so much to do, man.
Yeah.
So much to cover.
Well,
and they uncovered another Stonehenge in Spain. We got to trek across the border and see that.
We're going to go everywhere, Mike.
And we know they're in the water, so we got all these places in the water.
They're in the water, y'all.
They're in the water.
We'll see y'all next episode.